I don't know what I have done, what I would do without you. Don't know what I would have done, what I would do without you. Ronnie, wake up, wake up. What? Who are you? Where are you? You're in my head. Hold on a second. But the camera's not on. Screw the camera. No, you don't screw the camera. That's our audience. They want to see you sometimes. Yeah, but keep them in suspense. Maybe you changed your face. I don't know, but if you look up here, on top of my computer, that's where my car mirror is. Put my car mirror there. Got a trellis, got my mirror, and then in the mirror, hi everybody. I'm on the other side of the world now. Can you see me? Yes, 10,000 miles between me and you, and we're like face to face. Why I'm so happy right now is because there's a bleaking chance that this video's gonna work. You're gonna hear me. What was that? You heard enough. 1 minute, 13 seconds, you're gone. Hey man, sit down and relax. There's something in this for everybody. North American Treaty, North American Treaty, North American Treaty, But what's going AWOL? Any wall or qual? How do you say qual in Spanish? With a Q? In French, a question with a Q? Questions with a Q. In English, it's with a W. H says nothing, but together it says what? The angel transmission of the high heaven of the split of the U and the U. I'm not exactly sure where the U and U can go. There's so many places. I'm going to go back in my book because I haven't been here in a long time. Oh, hold on a second. I got to stop. Here we go. 2 triangles, 1 square. So this point and this point, even if we flip this, we'll always repeat 2 and 1, 2 and 1. But you're only getting actually 1, 2, 3, 4. If it was the square and you flip the square up, we get 1, 2, 3, 4. The first time we flip it the other way, we're reusing these 2 sides. So when you see it on this angle, it's because you're reflecting and we're using the same thing. Upside down is on the top, unless you go to the last section. Where's the bottom? Bottom's up. Just is. Bottom is always up. It's crazy. I don't even know how to explain the truth. Make it up as you go. It sounds like bullshit anyways. Okay. Whatever you say. Man in the sky. Well, that wouldn't be the first one. I wouldn't be the first one to say man in the sky. Definitely not. 2 letters that are very important in this life. It's the N, the T, and the D. Okay? Because when you take a D and you put it in front at the end of N, it becomes end. If you take a D and put it at the end of a number like 4, you have 4D. Could be a combination of things, but you understand where I'm going. Just like when you want T for me, T for me, how do you spell it? T-E-A, eat me. Letter T on A-T, H-T. Well, the H makes no sound, but you got H-T. High-T, okay. Another thing is, how about it? If we say it with a T, we've got titty, entity, end of entity. We have the O letter, it says owe me. Or you owe me, I won you for life. I won you for life. I won you for life, because that's what these letters say. My X brings in the question, so now the question comes in why. Why and how come? Why would be the stimulation of the question, right? How come starts with an H, why starts with a W. Which, what, where is something else. The other thing I want to show you, the 3 card and the 2 card are just in here. 6, 7, and 8 are found in here in cards. Base 5 and 9 are found right here, okay, where you switch over in between here and here, giving it dots, which is not on this paper. This over here, in all actuality, it's 1 number 5. and then I put a square here, and a square here, and a square here, and a square here. In all actuality, if you take a look, it's one number 5. And it turns into this, which is funny because I think it's Zach Colville just did that same design, but a different way. And it's inside the part of my floor design in which I tackled my floor again. I'm not sure where that design is. I'm only in for 5 minutes, so I can get out, right? Okay, so we're all here. I'm not sure if you can see it. It's too hard to see, eh? It's a G. It's right over there. It's a G, but it's right there. I see it exactly there. Somehow you got to get your camera there, but it's right there on the floor. Anyways, I'm back. Yeah, okay, don't get scared. I didn't go away. We're all here. I'll tell you one thing about getting scared, right? Big talk the way I am. Someone goes, boo, I'm under the bed. Oh, shit. Under the bed. That would be an understatement, right? Because there's my bed, and going under my bed would have to put me into the cement. Look at those lines ready for my cats to come and play. Okay, coming back, coming on. I can just go slow. Just found out this week I lost my doctor. He was reduced in size. Lies my mother told me. Something about just whatever it is, he was doing something a little bit wrong. It's funny, every time he was always mad at me. Anyways, another thing I want to talk to is O and U, which totals 36, which totals 9, and a whole bunch of other things. West in French is O-U-E-S-T, which means where is east. That's what it means. Where is east? West, where is east? Holding up 2 flags. He's holding up both flags on both sides. Here's again your 5 card, just like over here. Did I tell you how I made it? I made a number 5, and then you have a cross at the same time. See the little birdie up over here? What else do I want to tell you? Tell you. Am I telling you something? Why do I want to go so fast? Just because there's no commercial interruptions. You can stop like a second, you can go to the bathroom, you can go to the fridge, but maybe you like the vibration, the sound within your house. The sound you hear, you feel that go right through you. The energy of the strength of not the knowledge of truth, but the common sense of it all. We're not looking for nuts. We're looking for something that positively has a chance somewhere in hell. Somewhere in hell. That's not where you want to go. Turn me off right away. Oh, this is all wrong. It's going backwards. Okay, let's take it to another level. Let's push on. Thank God for all these popes. Did you know the new Pope Francis? You know what he said? He said he's taking it to a new level. We can't talk about molestation when it comes to children, because then it's not there when they grow up, it's going to stay in their minds. But now he's putting it towards paraplegics all the same now. You figure they don't have a life anyways. What a nice guy he is, eh? What a nice guy. Nice guy, that Francis, you know. I know what kind of guy he is. He brings you into any deal you believe, this guy. Oh, yeah. Okay. We're going to say something else. The number 6 and 2 is found right here. The number 52 is found over here. I just sort of slipped something on top and ends up looking like this, which is probably some kind of guide from some kind of game of games people play. And everybody's a people. We are the people. The minute you're born, they have to set up something for you. They know you're 10 years old. Something has to be set up for a reason and a way and a fashion so that we all get a better chance in life. And it's going to cost us now, but over time, after you do it for 80 years, it's already into the system. And how many 80 years have we gone by? We went by, how many 80 years? 10 is 800. 20 is 1600. 25 80 years in the last 2000. 25 cycles of 80 years. Next, what we're going to bring on is the monkey, the rabbit, the lion, the tiger, and the hare. The reason for this is general. You might look in the Chinese zodiac. You might find in a book, you might have a hare coming out, or a bear. It's just the animals that are starting to come out and bring a vibration to where you're going to start growing a vision, only because of, you thought of a bear, you looked at art on the wall, that had no animals at all and because you thought of a bear 10 minutes before, now the art looks like there's a bear in it, or something, or a bee in it, because the bees and the bears and the honeys and the ways of the times of all men to bear a child to bear with. It's September, October, November, December. Right on. Now what we're going to go with next is I'm going to show you something that is, yes if RRR, yes if RRR. Now where does that come from? Well, your local mathematician can bring that right in on you. Because here it is. 5 by 5 is 25. 10 and 9 makes 19. O and R and George makes 33. This is 44, Barack Obama, 54, 64, 74, 77. The times have changed. 31, 31, 13, 31, 13, 31 is the number. And this, my friend, is 44, 77. 87. Is that what it is? 77, 87. Oh, there's 54 right here. 54 and 77. 77 and 4 is 81 and 50 is 131. I don't know why this is here. This is here for a different reason. 131 is exactly how I said it. 13, 31, 13 when you add these up. And the last two numbers after you add this, 77, 87 and 5 is 95. 105, 113. 121, 131, they reverse with 18 high equals 244, just these two numbers. When you do that, boom, because we're adding them together. Because all cycles are made to stop, add together, stop here, then go on to the next one. So now that you did the next one, it doesn't mean the last one goes away. Because you made the extension, you've already drawn the fine line. Now you have to add them together what the extension of both equations were. So you get 244, Barack Obama, 44 and 44, 88, the piano. The only way it gets a chime is when 3 is plugged in all the time. The creator, the master switch, Satan, number 3. The return or the outgoing of all evil must come through Satan because it's a totality. Everything must have a weight within the goodness and the evil, otherwise everything is out of control. There's a counterbalance. And I watched someone who built pyramids and they talk about counterbalances. I want to change the subject for a second. Have you ever seen this before? Well, if you want to move a stone, okay, that's down here where my head is, all you do is this. The thing is empty. Empty, empty, empty. It does this, and you move the stone, it goes to this level. And once it gets at that level, they keep moving the stone, it slips out from underneath or whatever it is, and it transfers on to the next level, and that's how they climb the pyramids up to the top. But anyways, we're at 13 minutes and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Man time. Good for you. Oh, I hope this video works. Another thing I wanted to show, 622, 6. It could actually mean 16 hours equals 7. And then 10 at night to 6 a.m. is 8 hours. But in all actuality, we must connect each of the hours. They must touch by some strength or some force. It's like having this and putting a piece in here and a piece in here to connect both sides. But now there's an extra space in between, so there's more space. And that's why we have the extra time in the year. Do you understand? When you connect chains or sprockets, in sprockets, what there is the chain in between each other. It curls, it shortens, it lengthens. If you wrap it around, it's the same length of chain, but it's not working at an extended distance for the size of the chain, for the size of the sprockets. Anyways, leave George Jetson out of this. George. I went into Walmart yesterday, bumped into. Not only did I bump into him, but I looked up, and there was a sign. It was a sign from George. It says, "We clothe all men." I'm trying to figure out, what does George have to do with clothing all men? I'm looking at all the clothes. They all say George on it. G&E saved like $40 trillion. No, $40 billion like in years. And poof! You shouldn't have kids anymore. Well, tell me what to do if it makes sense. I only had one child. God give it, I should have another. First one was a boy. Boy, did I sweat for years. I'm still sweating now. He's going to be 22, 23. Oh boy, I sweat forever. Anyways, we're going to get on to next, but not on next, but this one's work I'm going to bring you into. And the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to catch up to say, do you know what this is? Okay? This is going to be at the beginning of my next video. Do you know why? Because I like to watch what all the politicians do in the world, the real politicians. Well, in our world, they call them comics. Stand-up comedy, humorous people, people who can understand the low and the low, the low and the high, understanding both sides of the world, more comprehensive and accepting to most anything in their lives are supposed to be, because that's how they can make fun of it. Because life is not all that serious as it is. You got to take it serious when the time is. So, we'll leave this to the next video. Raphael 7286. I hope this works. Thank you for watching. Just for the fun of it. I always say just for the hell of it. But I've been, see where the sunshine in there? See, I started doing the floors on both rooms. And we're going to leave it at this level. Thank you for watching. Raphael 7286. And a confirmation of Pegasus. See you later.